What's up? What's up? I am TD Love. Drop down and hit like, subscribe, and share. I am here today to talk about season 3, episode 26 of Love After Lockup, Lie After Lockup, Life After Lockup, Hot Mess After Lockup. We're going to start off today with Lindsay and Scott. Lindsay and Scott had me cracking up tonight. Okay. So, Scott gets home. His stuff is thrown out on the lawn. He's upset. Y'all, Lindsay is in the house tearing shit up. Do you hear me? And I was irritated. I was like, Lindsay must want her ass whooped. You got to want your ass whooped when you tearing up other people's property. I don't like those kind of people. They're dangerous. You know what? And only people who don't have shit will tear up your shit. So if you messing with somebody and they have nothing and you got like cars and, nice property and jewelry and clothing and things, be careful. They might tear your shit up. Yes, because they got nothing to lose. What you going to do? What are you going to tear up of theirs? Nothing. All right. So she carved. She took these. It looked like some shears that you would cut branches or something with. And she wrote "fuck you, Scott" on the desk. And she said it's it's better I wrote it on the desk than on his chest. Okay. And Lindsay and Scott, I told y'all, Lindsay is crazy. I'm sorry. Lindsay has threatened Scott several times. Lindsay said that she would kill Scott. We've all seen it. Okay. So she wants him to get emotional and be upset and be angry like she is. But Scott is like laying low, because suddenly Scott knows that a woman who is in prison has emotional issues. He's respecting that she's crazy now. So she comes out there and she's like, you know what? I'll probably be fucking somebody by the end of this week in your bed. Okay. So she says to Scott, have you been seeing any whores lately? And he said, yes, I met one in prison. Y'all, I was out. When I saw you, I was in. That was that shit was so funny. She was shocked too. I didn't see it coming, and neither did she. He got her with that one. I said, damn, he crushed you to your face. Like, bitch, who do you think you're talking to? You're a whore too, okay? Know your place. You're a whore too, ex-convict bitch. That's what he was saying, right? So she threw this book at him. That book, she brought that book out that had the quote in it, right? And she was like, here's the book. You find the quote in the book, and Scott's like, whatever. He's looking through it. And it was just funny because she was so angry. Her eyes were like bulging out of her damn head. And then she says to him, fuck you, Scott, basically. It's over. So he's like, whatever. So as he's smoking his cigarette, and I think Scott was scared because Scott was smoking that cigarette to the last line, right? And as he was about to put the cigarette out, she kicked the table over it. It was like a little outdoor table. Y'all, I was rolling. I'm telling you, that shit was funny. I don't know if it was real or not, but I was entertained by Scott and Lindsay. Okay? Now on to Mike and pressed ass Sarah. Sarah gets what the hell she deserves at the end of the day. I'm sorry. Sarah needs to go back to childhood. Where's her father? What kind of childhood did she have? She obviously never felt loved or doesn't know what that real feeling is because she was trying to force something with Michael that clearly hasn't been there from the beginning because Michael had a whole nother black girlfriend, okay? I saw him tugging her down in one of the clips, right? So anyway, they're arguing and she's mad because Michael is saying to her that you use the kids against me. You try to say I'm not a good father. You don't let me talk to them when you're angry with me. And she's going back and forth with him. And I felt bad for the little baby because they're yelling in the baby ear. They're hearing all of this negative shit. And Sarah doesn't want to hear the truth. Sarah is one of those people who want to say what she got to say, and that's a wrap. I spoken and it's over. No, bitch. That's not what it really is. So Michael does not want Sarah, period. He said that over and over, time and time again. And then she was like, you know what? This cracked me up. I'm telling you, this episode tonight was hilarious. She goes, you know what? That's why I'm with Malcolm, because Malcolm respects me. Bitch, Malcolm can't respect you when you don't respect yourself. You are mad because Michael doesn't want to move back to the house with you. And Michael said that too. He said, what, you mad because I don't want to move in with you? Sarah needs to learn how to respect her damn self, okay? My thing is she's crying, talking about these kids she got to take care of, the two children that you chose to get pregnant with and you chose to have with somebody who wasn't shit from the beginning. Okay. I mean, if you look at Michael is funny because you can look at Mike and tell Mike ain't shit. You don't even have to talk to Mike. You can look at him and his nonchalant attitude and you know Mike ain't about a damn thing. Okay. It is what it is. Mike about a good time. All right. If you want to hang out and chill, Netflix and chill and get your freak on, Mike is that guy. But other than that, like a serious relationship where somebody's paying bills, picking up kids every day at 5:30, not Michael. Oh no. Mm-mm. And then she also said that like I said, the discussion shouldn't happen with the kids. But then she turns around and says everything that I just said. So hopefully she had a epiphany and she will pull her shit together. But it's sad for her because she's blaming him for her unhappiness. And ladies, you got to stop doing that because life is about choices. Sarah had 2 babies by herself with this man. He wasn't there for either delivery and he was not locked up. That's on Sarah, dumbass. Can't be mad at Michael. All right, Marcelino and Brittany. Marcelino is a good dude, and Marcelino helped me realize that, that's probably why I'm not in a relationship, because you have to be giving of yourself. You have to really care about shit that you don't care about. So Marcelino didn't really give a damn about looking for Brittany's mother, but he went down there to the hotel with her. They get there, some scene is going on, there's police involved. You thought her mother was involved, but her mother wasn't there. The mother came afterwards, but what I want to say is, Brittany, you need to let your mother be an adult and move on. Brittany, your mama is grown, okay? She don't have to answer her phone. Leave her alone. She grown, okay? Take your ass home and leave your mama alone. Brittany, you really got to leave your mother alone because you are going to ruin your marriage. You can pray for your mother, but your mother is a grown woman. Your mother has been an addict her entire life. Brittany said that, I want her to get sober because I don't want her to die and she hasn't done anything. If she dies and hasn't done anything, that's on her, okay? You have to worry about you and your legacy. It is what it is with her. She'll be fine. Mama said she was with her boyfriend and she ain't had to answer no goddamn phone. That's what her mama said. After Brittany did all that running around, looking for her, waiting in parking lots, driving her to therapy, and then Brittany made her go back to the house with her. But that should be the last time. Your mother's an adult. If your mother wants to get high, then let her get high. When she decides that she doesn't want to, she won't. Nobody else can do anything for her. That's on Cynthia, okay? And Cynthia's a professional. Brittany said, you said it yourself, your mom been getting high since you was a little girl. So that's all she's done. So if that's her claim to fame, so be it. That doesn't have to be what defines you. Andrea and Lamar. Andraining is her damn name. Andraining. Because Andrea is a draining chick. I'm just going to say this, though. I love her children. So Andrea is a good person. She's annoying, but she's got to be a good person. Those kids are wonderful. Okay. Tennyson is so mature, and so is Nyla. I really like them. All right. So Andrea's leaving. She's going to the hotel. Tennyson decides to stay back with Lamar. He wants to show him support and know that he's not alone and he's a part of his family. And Tennyson is sick of Andrea's bullshit as well. Okay. So Andrea's 15-year-old daughter's in the car giving her advice. Now, mind you, your 15-year-old daughter got more sense than you. Hello. What's really good? Mm-hmm. So they make it to the hotel and they're talking. And Andrea says that Lamar is lying about Shantae, right? But Andrea, you're clearly lying because if you weren't, then what are you mad for? Shantae said the same thing, Andrea. So who's really lying? You know what I'm saying? If you weren't lying, Priscilla would know who Shantae is, and she didn't. You made a big deal out of nothing. If it was true, if it wasn't true, and you never said that, I don't want you around her and I don't want her to know, then her knowing her knowing who her sister was or seeing her sister at the beach would not have been a secret. And even your older children reacted to that when they found out about that. Andrea, you're like a lot of sisters. You know what I'm saying? A lot of sisters, a lot of homegirls, a lot of bitches that I know. You can fault others. You can see the wrong that others do because you were stressing the fact that Lamar was teaching Priscilla how to be a liar when in reality, you're forcing him to lie as well. You're forcing him to lie about his offspring, his biological child, his grandchildren, her nieces and nephews. So who's the bigger liar here? I think it's you, babe, because you're still lying to yourself and blaming Lamar. But no, on draining, it's you. Real shit. All right, John, Lacey, and Shane. Y'all know I have wrote down. I wrote down John, Lacey, and Ryan. Okay, let me tell you something about me. I will F your name up in a minute. So if I call somebody the wrong name in here, just stay with me, because know that I do that occasionally. So I even wrote it out. I said Ryan is out golfing with his dad. So no. Shane is out golfing with Lacey's dad, and he tells him that John is home. Lacey's out for lunch with her friends and then tells her friend, you know what, I'm having mixed feelings because I've always been there for John. So apparently her and John have dated since she was in high school. Okay. Now, that's nice and that's great. And she loves John so much and she's always there for John. How is it that she has 3 little kids and none of them are his? How much do you really love him, huh? What's really good, Lacey? Right. So, Lacey is a liar. Okay. I'm just going to put it to y'all. It is what it is. Lacey is a liar. John is a stalker. And Ryan, I'm sorry, and Shane needs to grow the fuck up. Shane says, if Lacey contacts John, I'm going to knock John out. Your issue is no longer with John. Your issue is with your wife, homeboy. If your wife contacts another man, then you need to speak with her on some real shits, okay? That's on her. You married somebody who was wishy-washy. You married a woman who had 3 small children who look like they're 9 months apart with 3 different daddies. That's your choice. Y'all are pregnant now, and you want to hold John accountable for her actions. You can't do that. You need to put the blame where it lies, and that would be on Lacey. Okay, with all the lips on the face. See, she got a lot of lips. Somebody told me I have big lips too. I didn't know that. I thought they were normal size. But anywho. Okay, Destiny and Sean. Whew, Lord have mercy. Destiny and Sean. I'm torn with Destiny because Destiny looked a hot ass mess in the beginning in that confessional. And when she was out there with her mama. And her mother reminds me of that lady, Angela. There's another Love and Lockup lady named Angela, and she was living in a trailer, remember? I don't know that couple. They were on last season. But I've seen her a few times. Angela is no joke, but that's who Destiny's mother reminds me of. So when it comes on, Destiny Moms is taking a shot out of this bottle and shit. Her and Destiny on the porch kicking it. Destiny's telling the mother how she don't want Sean. She's not sure. When she met Sean, she thought she had hit the lotto. Anytime somebody refers to you as being a lotto, it ain't. This relationship has nothing to do with love. They are not thinking about your ass. Okay, I am not that into you. I am into your pockets. So she's not interested. Sean's calling her. She was like, listen, I don't want anything to do with him. So she's not answering the phone. So Sean doesn't get by now that he's a mark, a trick, and an ATM. So the mother wants her to turn herself in. But I didn't know. I'm not aware. She has a warrant. What's going on? Oh, I guess if she doesn't go to court. But is that the same as turning yourself in? That's like you got a court date. What do you mean turning yourself in? I don't know. Or I guess she's going back to prison for sure. Whatever. But tonight we find out that Destiny's mother is the reason why she's the way she is. Her mother's always been an addict. Destiny is a victim of rape. Her uncle raped her from a small child for a few years. She finally told, and, he's in prison for 25 years. She had to testify and do all of these things. And that's horrible. Sexual abuse is real. And everybody doesn't tell. See what I'm saying? Like, her mother she didn't live away from her mother. Her mother lived with her. That was her uncle. He had access to her. I don't know if it was the mother's brother or the father's brother. But this was allowed to happen to her child under her watch because she was under the influence. See, but Destiny's an addict too. I have a friend like that, and it's hard for them because they don't want to hold the mother accountable when in reality it's the mother's fault. You know what I'm saying? You got to put the blame where it really lies too. Yes, that person committed the act and did those things, but for her uncle to have access to her like that repeatedly over and over, that was on the mother. So hopefully Destiny can free herself and heal herself because, that was big of her to say that, and I'm glad she said that because there are a lot of women and men who suffer from sexual abuse, who've been violated as children. It is taboo. People talk about it and make fun of you and clown you and try to embarrass you when you come out and say what happened to you, or they call you a liar. But these are the when you see people who are on drugs real bad, who struggle, who drink a lot, they've had traumatic experiences, and usually at the hands of someone close to them, because it's about access and opportunity. So anyway, that was last night's episode of Love, Life, Lies After Lockup. Drop down and leave me some comments. Also, I saw a clip of Quaylen and Chevelle. Chevelle was crying like funeral crying, and there was police cars involved. Quaylen was there. I guess Quaylen showed up out to wherever she was at, and maybe he caught her with another dude. I don't know, but the police were called. We'll see about that next week. Tyrese and Shanda made an appearance last night. Tyrese is hilarious. He said they saw me in that blue suit one time, purple, one time, purple, blue, blueberry, Burberry. It depending on your television. I don't know what color it was. Mm-hmm. He said, so people act like I wear that every day, but he said he got multiple color suits and multiple color gators. Okay. Hopefully those suits have been tailored and they fit his body, yada, yada. Mm-hmm. Excuse me, because that big baggy suit look is not, it's not attractive. Shonda said that she didn't like that. Shonda was talking to 8 or 9 men. They talked about it. She said the suit turned her off. She wasn't impressed by that. Tyrese was one of the only dudes who came to visit her. She appreciated him for that. But there was no chemistry or anything really going on. But that was that. And that was the episode. Deuces.